Hello and welcome back to another exciting episode of Mr. Ed Plays. Today we're not going to be fighting Winona. We're actually going to leave Winona because, oh boy, am I going to get angry if I don't make some progress. Here's what I think we're going to do. Oh, first of all, I got a comment from, was it Good Guy Josh? I'm sorry if it wasn't Good Guy Josh. I believe it was Good Guy Josh. My internet is not working on my phone right now. But I believe it was Good Guy Josh. And this is all super compelling stuff. It was. And he asks, why? I don't know why you haven't been equipping your berries throughout. So, first of all, equipping your berries is a euphemism for something. I'm not sure what it is, but it definitely is. And I don't want to explore that too much, because, I don't know. Could get into some uncomfortable territory. But it is a good idea to equip your Equip your berries. Equip the berries. I've been saying it over and over again. So we're going to do that. Maybe not this second, because when we go to fight, we're going to equip the berries. Because they definitely, apparently, they're used automatically, and it doesn't count, I hit the microphone, as a turn. So, that's great news. That means I don't have to use, like, the blue flute, for example, or any flute at all. I don't have to use them, because the berry will do it for me. I just have to know what's going to happen, and I kind of do. I kind of do, because they typically have, I don't think any of them can put me to sleep, the Pokemon that she has. Maybe she can. Well, they're fighting types. Well, no, they're flying types, which is bad news for me. So, I don't know. Oh, also, the audio. Guys, I'm so sorry about the audio thing. The audio situation, oh my God, I couldn't believe it. It was like, so I put in the Bluetooth headphones and I could hear it myself. And I was like, this is great. I can hear the audio. That means it'll play normally, which means when I go to edit it, I will be able to hear the music, and you, the audience, will be able to hear the music. And you couldn't. And I'm sorry, but I fixed it. So, yeah, some of these berries do good stuff. Let's check out our berries, actually. Let's examine the berries before we equip the berries. YouTube, don't demonetize this. This is fine. We can talk about the berries. It's fine. So these berries, okay, I did sell most of my berries. Okay, this one will heal HP. Not a lot of HP, but I don't have a lot of HP anyway, so that's fine. And this one will heal 10 PP. That's probably not going to be super useful to us right now. Maybe in the future when we go to fight, say, for example, the Pokemon League, where we can't go, say, for example, heal at, say, for example, a Pokemon Center. That'll, for example, be helpful. So we'll save those. These are very smallly helpful. Yeah, actually, they would heal like maybe less than a tenth. Maybe about a tenth. No, slightly more than a tenth of my health right now. So, I don't know. It is something to think about. Mostly I just have other things like do I have the amulet coin? I think I got that in a recent episode. Because I'm playing a Generation 2 Crystal version, and I got the amulet coin in there, and I'm using it a lot. It's really fun to play a game and use multiple Pokemon. The Wurmple challenge is stupid. Don't do it. It's dumb. Oh, amulet coin, right there. Okay, Wurmple 5 has the amulet coin. Really, Wurmple 5 should be first. I'm going to put Wurmple 5 out first. I'm going to give it to Wurmple 3, actually. I'm going to take the Silk Scarf from Wurmple 3. I'm going to do it. I know it's controversial. It's just going to happen. Here's why. Because I'm going to give it instead to... No, I'm not going to give it to anyone. I'm going to instead give to Wurmple 3 the amulet coin. And the reason I'm going to do that is I'm going to put Wurmple 3 first. The reason I'm going to do that is because I'm going to put Wurmple 3 first so he can get experience. So that he can get strong. He can get swole AF. So he can fight the trainer, the gym leader, that is Winona Ryder. And that's what's going to happen. And I don't want to hear another word about it. This game really does something to me. I just sat down to start playing it, and I'm already getting... Oh, so here's the thing. We can pass this gym for now. We don't need to use this Pokemon gym. We don't have to... See, what can we do... Oh, we're getting in a fight already. This is actually not a problem. I know that I've been trying to avoid trainers, but I want to train now, so this is actually good. But the thing is, what's the thing? Finish the thought, Mr. Red. Finish the thought. No, it's gone. I think I was saying something about not having to do that gym. You can pass the gym. You get something for every gym. Well, you get a TM, but I can't learn them. And you can use HMs after each gym. And I want to know what the HM for this gym is. It might be fly, but we might have done that already. And anyway, I can't use most HMs unless I absolutely have to. That's the rule I'm going with. I can't use, for example, a cut unless I have to get through something. Like just to get a superfluous item. Nah, can't use it. To get a superfluous item using swim, can't do it. I mean, surf, swim, can't do it. Nada. Nothing. Can't do it. So instead, I'm just going to use these stupid Wurmple. Ugh, they're so bad. They're bad. They're really bad Pokemon. I'm gonna cough. How'd you like that? Okay, and these Pokemon here are fine, actually. I can fight these Pokemon. They're not a big deal. Not like Winona and her fighting types. And I was it fighting? Is it flying? It's flying. Why do I say fighting? It's actually not the hardest gym. I know. I always say things like this. It's not the hardest gym because I can just do it. I could just fight. But the thing is, it's like a weird combination. I wasn't using the right moves. I gotta remember to use String Shot too. That's the other thing. Like I always forget String Shot is a thing shot that I can use. I'm really happy about that one. But I can use it and I forget to because I just don't want to waste a turn making them slow, especially since I kind of go first. Well, they're flying types and flying types are pretty fast. I like having see, for example, I can't get up here. Why do I keep saying for example in this episode? I don't know. But if I were to go up there, I guess there's a hidden item somewhere up there. So we're not going to get it, is the thing. What's this? Route. I'm going to say route from now on. I'm going to say route because I think it is route. Route 120, Fortress City. Cool. Oh, hey, these guys. Do I want to fit? Yeah, I guess I do. And since I'm using the amulet, my allergies that I've been talking about have kind of like shifted from my nasal passage to my, here's the lungs here, right? And here's the throat. But what's this area like connecting the lungs together? Like, you know, in the medical things, like the stringy bits that connect your two lungs and the trachea or whatever this is. What's that? What's this? My chest. Some say chest. My chest has like a tickle and I keep just coughing at a moment's notice. Like it really is just immediate. And I got an itchy nose too. Man, everything's a disaster today. I woke up this morning, and as I was making my coffee that I always make, why am I pressing the wrong buttons? Because I'm talking. I want to talk more to the camera and more freeform about stuff instead of just commenting on the game, because I think it's more interesting when I do that. Hello, how are you? For example, this morning I was making coffee, and as I was doing that, I was reaching my hands around, and I could feel like this tickle. And you know the tickle where you have like a long hair, especially if you are say, for example, female or dating one of those things, or somebody with long hair. You'll get this thing where you'll just or if you have long hair, I don't know, whatever your situation is, if there's long hair in your life, you'll just find long hairs just sprinkled throughout, and you'll just be like, oh, itch, what's this itch? Oh, it's a hair, and you just pick it off, it's fine. But sometimes it's not a hair, and sometimes you keep feeling it throughout your body, and you realize it's probably the web of a spider. And as somebody who hates spiders, let me tell you, there is few things in this world worse than being like, there's a spider web on me that I keep feeling. I keep trying to like pick at it and brush it off and everything. But can you show us how much stronger you've become? Okay, cue interview. I don't like to have those things. And you like keep picking them off, but you can't really find them or feel them, but you can feel this very specific itch. And you think, if there is like a spider on me somewhere and it's moving and I can't find it, ugh, I hate to think of it, especially if you're like working with food in some capacity, because I don't want to be like eating any spiders, you know. I feel like that's not a ridiculous thing to want and say. I don't want to eat spiders. I'm free to admit that here on this show. I know we got the spider crusade out there being like, you should actually love eating spiders. But no, because ew. I don't know, maybe that's your thing. Maybe you like spiders, in which case, I'm sorry I said that thing I said about spiders. I'm never gonna eat them, and I think you should stop doing that. But do your thing. But don't eat spiders. But do your thing, it's fine. Except spiders. Don't do it, unless you want to. But just make sure they're safe. Like, don't let it bite you, especially if it's a poisonous spider, because some spiders are poisonous. Not many people know this about spiders. Some of them, poisonous. Also, there's a difference between poisonous and venomous, and I'm not sure what the difference is. One of them is they will bite and inject poison into you, and the other is if you eat them, you become poisoned, but they're not mutually exclusive. So I think venomous is like a snake. It will bite you, and you will become infected with snake poison, and that's not good. Whereas you could eat a snake and be fine, but probably not its fangs. You probably aren't eating snake fangs either. Although, again, it might be someone's delicacy. I don't know. So if it is, again, that's fine. But stop eating stuff that you shouldn't be eating, guys. Jeez, how many times do I have to explain this to you? Also, Magneton are a problem. They are, I think, steel type or something. And with steel, and also electricity, obviously. But with steel type, you can't poison them. Or poison moves are, they don't affect them. So I can't use Poison Sting, which means I can't poison them, obviously. So that is why I am tackling them. If you are curious, which I know that you are. Oh no, Wurmple 3. It's okay, I don't know what the rules are with the Amulet Coin. I don't know if they still get to be... I still get the extra money from the fight, but I think I do. I don't know, though. It doesn't really matter anyway, because it's not that much more, I guess. Yeah, and Tackle is definitely a weak move. It's my strongest move that I have, but it's a weak move, especially against high defense types like Magneton, for example. Also, tomorrow starts a new series on my channel, Man of Medan, the Dark Picture Anthology or something? I don't remember exactly what it's called, but it's the first in a long-running series. I don't know that I'm going to be playing every one of them. Oh no, Wurmple 2, oh no. Hey, Wurmple 5 is really hanging in there. It's a high defense. Also, with me being more freeform in my talking to you, the audience, hello, it results in also me not having been talking with my eyes and brain at computer game, video, Nintendo game with moves and such. So I don't know what's happening in the game because I'm not paying attention to it, which is probably bad. Who's to say, really? There's no video game police. There's police in video games. Grand Theft Auto, for example, but not like a policing of video games. Like, I'm not a cop who's secretly starting a Let's Play channel to get an in with all the Let's Players, and I'm gonna take the organization down from within. That's not what's happening. I don't know who you heard that from, but it's not true. Maybe I should delete this episode. I feel like information's gonna get out there that I don't want. But yeah, so I want to be talking more about stuff, like, for example, movies that I watched. Like, for example, a movie that I watched recently called Hostel, a movie I'm sure you've heard of, if not seen. It's very infamous, and I gotta say, there's probably worse movies out there. There's probably more horrific and disturbing and grotesque movies out there, but I haven't seen those movies. So this one was a new one for me. I've never regretted watching a movie more. I've made a lot of jokes about how much I hate the movie Fantastic Four, the 2015-2014 movie. And I hate that movie so much. I hate that movie. But I almost didn't regret watching it as much as I regretted watching Hostel. And it's not... Hostel's not a worse movie than Fantastic Four, because that's the worst movie of all time. But I regretted watching Hostel a lot. I wish that I hadn't seen it. And I'm definitely not going to be watching the sequels. I know that they're markedly worse in some regards. And you know what we're going to be answering for this question, unless we can't. We were able to do it the other time. Did I miss Pokemon? Yeah, Pokemon. Yeah, you're... Oh, hey. Oh, that's cool. I didn't realize you can hit select and it'll automatically shoot down the... It's like page down, for example. Stop saying for example. But yeah, the other movies in the franchise are like more gory or whatever. I don't know. I haven't seen them, but I've heard. And I have no interest in that. I don't mind gore. I don't mind gore. I've seen a lot of horror movies. I've seen a lot of gory horror movies. But Hostel is different. It's like there's gore, there's blood and guts and whatnot, and then there's other stuff. And I don't know, call me a cultured swine or whatever, but I just feel like my quality of life doesn't need that in it. You know what I mean? If you've seen the movie, you know what I mean. And, you know, like not, but that's me watching the movie. I went through this phase where I was watching it, and there's a certain scene, and you probably know the one I'm talking about. It's like towards the end, where I was so appalled, I was frozen, and I couldn't look away, but I wanted to. More than anything in this world did I want to not be watching the movie at that point. So that's been my time. That's been my life. You guys have probably been doing a lot better than I have, mostly because you haven't been watching Hostel. I would rather be talking to Benjamin right now than have watched that movie. I don't want the images in my brain. They're locked in. I know I can't, like, visualize things the same way that most people can, apparently, but those are things I will never forget, unfortunately. I've sometimes I'll just be driving, you know, and my mind will enter a blank zone, and I'll just think about the movie Hostel and the things that I saw, and I'll just have to, like, start drumming my steering wheel, because my mind is like, please just do anything other than be thinking about Hostel, the movie. So that's my Hostel review. Please don't watch this movie. It's really something else. But on that note, I'm going to let you guys go and do something fun with your lives. For example, go to patreon.com/MrRedPlays. For as little as $1 a month, you can help out the show, make it better, make the show better, make me better, make me happier. I need something to help with what I just watched. I can't, and I only watched it like 3 days ago, so it's still kind of fresh in my mind in that regard. Yeah, go help me out in that way, and I will give you a big kiss digitally. A digital kiss in the form of other podcasts, more content that you can watch. For example, The Drive Home, where I review movies after I walk out of them and I'm driving home. Or, for example, it's a setup where I set up this stream and talk to you guys while I do it. It's a lot of fun. I say stream. I meant to say recording. Doesn't matter. And you can help me decide what to talk about on the show. Those are all things that you can do going over to patreon.com/MrRedPlays. So, I will see you tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow for Mark and Madan. Man of Banan. Why do I keep saying Mark and Madan? And I'll see you in 2 days for more exciting Wurmple adventures. Goodbye, everybody.